So assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the channel. Yesterday we have introduced ourselves to lists. Today we will learn some methods to apply on the list. So let's get started. First of all, we have to make a list. So let's make a list of number, and let's put some numbers in it. Okay, so our first method is append. So what does append do? It appends, or it adds another new element into the list after its last index. So if I put a value of 1, it will um, append this value at the end of the num list, and it does not return anything. So because it has a none type, and it runs none. So if we show the number list now after appending, okay, we have to do that again. After appending the value of 1 at the end of num list, now we are going to show num list on the screen and see what happens. So now the original list was from 1 to 8. Now it also has a new element added at the end, which is 1. And another thing that we can do with append method is that we can append a whole list into another list. So like if I have H A C random characters, so if I want to append this list to the num list, what I can do, I can just give its name to the append method while using it on the num list. So what it will do, it will append all of this list as a nested list. Yes, here it is. But sometimes we don't want to add the whole list as a nested list. We want to append all the elements of a list individually at the end of the first list. So what we can do, we can use a method which is extend. It works in the same way like so it works in the same way just like append, but what it does, it does not include the second list as nested list, but rather it includes all the individual elements of the second list at the end of the first list, which is what we want. So yes, we are getting all the elements individually. So we also have another method which is insert. What it does, it takes two arguments, an index and a value. So we can place a value at a certain index in our list. So if I want to change the first value to 3, so I have given it the index 0 and value 3, and yes, it has changed the value at the 0th index to 3. And I can also change it 2.3, and yes, we are getting correct results. We also have another uh, method, which is numList dot remove, and it removes the first occurrence of a value. So if we have multiple values that are redundant in the list, it will only remove the first occurrence of that value. So like if I had inserted 2, okay, we have to give a value here. So if I want to, okay, as we are getting 2 at the first index, what if I want to remove the first occurrence of 2? What it will do, it will remove this 2 at the first index. So yes, and we can also check what uh, value it returns by using this technique, and it returns none. Okay, another method is pop. Yes, another method is so there is another method that works the same like remove method, but it uh, it needs the index, uh, the exact index in the list from where we want to remove that value, unlike the remove method, which needs only the specific value. So we can use pop, and we have to give it the index. So what if I want to remove this 4? So it has an index of 3. So, and this pop method will return the removed value. Okay, yes, 4 is removed. And if you want to check what value is returned, we can show it like this. So why it says 5? 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we were okay. Now 5 is at the third index, so it in that second statement it was removing 5. So if we put it like this, it will return now 4. It will, okay, have to comment this out. Okay, now it will return 4. Yes. Okay, and if you want to clear, if you want all of the string to be crystal cleared, then what we can do, we can use what we can do, we can use. So if I print this out now, we are getting the string which has values. If I use numlist dot numlist dot clear, it will clear all the list, and we get an empty list. And we also have, okay, so now 3 methods are remaining. So okay, let's put another thing like 1, 15, 18 and 18 like this. So yes, we have numbers that are not sorted. If you want to sort our list, and it must be numbers, so like numlist dot, we can use the sort method to sort the list. And yes, it does not take any arguments. Yes, and it sorts our list from in ascending order from the lowest value to the highest value. Like we have 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 15, 18 and 342. Okay, we also have another method which is sorted numbers. Okay, this all of these method changes the strings, because we have learned that strings are mutable. So if we want to not change the original string, and we want to make a new string, so we can use a method which is sorted. So if I comment this out and give it the num list, and store, and this method will return a new string. So let's make num list 2. Yes, so num list 2. Now we are getting the same result again, but what if I print out the original string which is num list? So we are getting it the same, and it is not sorted, because sorted function does not change the original string, change the original list. Okay, so 2 methods remaining. One is reverse. Okay, so numlist dot reverse. So what it does, it reverses all of the elements of, so it reverses the order of the list, like the last element becomes the first becomes the last, and just like that. Okay, we have to print it again. Yes, and we can check its return type. And it returns nothing. Okay, last method remaining is the index. So if we want to know the index of a specific value in the list, we can use the index method. So if I want, and it will return a, an integer which is index, so we have to uh, show it on the screen or store it in a new variable. Now list dot index, and we have to give it the value 2, and it returns the first index. Okay, because the list has been reversed, because the list has been reversed, the value 2 is now at the uh, index 10, and if we pass it a value that is not found in the list, it Python will return a value error. And yes, we are getting a value error. Okay, so there are some questions here. So which of the following examples will correctly insert the number 2.5 and index 2 in the numbers list? So we have learnt about a method which is insert. It takes uh, index as its first argument and value as its second argument. Which of the following methods will reverse a list of elements in place? Reverse. Which of the following is not a list method? Pop, clear, splice is not a list method. And yes. So yeah, this is it for today. We will now work with tuples. Till then, Allah Hafiz.